My beloved listeners, there is a stirring deep within your spirit tonight, a subtle trembling in the air around your heart. You can't quite explain it, but something inside you knows that heaven is moving. The atmosphere feels alive with divine intention, as if unseen hands are gently rearranging the stars to guide two souls back into alignment. You sense it, the shift, the pull, the quiet whisper of destiny. And you're right, something sacred is unfolding in the unseen. Heaven has begun to align two hearts that were written into each other's story long before time began. Two souls destined to meet, destined to awaken, destined to remember what was once forgotten. This is not a coincidence, my beloved. It is a divine orchestration, the meeting of spirit and purpose under the watchful eyes of angels. Right now, the one whose soul mirrors your own has been restless. Their heart feels heavy with memories that refuse to fade. They've been hearing your name, not just in thought, but in spirit. It rises within them in prayer, in dreams, and in those silent moments when they try to move forward but feel an invisible tether pulling them back toward you. They have tried to silence it. They've told themselves to forget, to move on, to close the door. But love that was written by God cannot be erased by human hands. Something deep within them knows the truth. This connection was never meant to end. It was never meant to vanish into the past. It was meant to transform. They've been walking through a season of breaking, not to destroy them, but to humble them, to purify them, to bring them back to truth. The lessons they've endured have carved away their pride. The loneliness they've faced has stripped away their illusions. Every tear, every restless night, every unanswered prayer has been leading them here, back to the moment when heaven calls them home, to the connection that was always divine. And now, after all the wandering and running, they are being gently guided back toward you. But this time, it won't be confusion leading them. It will be clarity. It won't be fear pushing them. It will be faith. They are returning, not as the person they once were, but as the soul they were always meant to become. When they return, it will not be with shallow words or empty promises. It will be with a request, one that your heart will instantly recognize as sacred. You won't need to question whether it's real. You won't need to analyze their motives. The moment they speak, something deep in your spirit will stir, and you'll know. This is the moment heaven prepared you for. Their request may come softly, perhaps a humble plea for forgiveness, or a quiet confession of truth. They may ask for another chance. They may even look into your eyes, trembling with sincerity, and ask you to stand beside them as they step into the life they were too afraid to claim before. But whatever they ask, it will not be manipulation. It will be awakening. It will not be desperation. It will be destiny. You'll feel it in the way the air stills when they speak, in the way your heart seems to recognize something ancient and eternal. Their words will carry weight, not the weight of guilt, but the weight of purpose. As they speak, your soul will tremble with recognition. It will feel as though time itself pauses, as if heaven is holding its breath, watching this divine moment unfold. You'll sense God's presence all around you, soft yet powerful, warm yet electrifying. The Holy Spirit will fill the space between you like light pouring through an open door. Because this moment, this request, will not come from flesh or fear. It will be whispered by heaven itself. Every angel assigned to your journey has been preparing this meeting, weaving threads of timing and grace through every obstacle, every delay, every season of silence. You won't need to force clarity. You won't need to beg for signs. When the divine timing arrives, you will know. Your heart will feel peace, not the fragile peace of the world, but the deep, unshakable peace of God. And though your mind may recall the pain of the past, your spirit will remember the promise, because what you share with this soul is not ordinary. It is sacred. It has been sealed by something eternal, something heaven-breathed. They are coming to speak what they once hid in fear. They are coming to give what they once withheld out of pride. They are coming to love you in a way they never knew how to before. This is not the return of a broken person. It is the rebirth of a soul awakened by grace. And you, beloved, must remember this truth: your power in that moment will not come from resistance, but from discernment. You are not who you once were either. You've grown, you've healed, you've surrendered. You've walked through the refining fire and emerged radiant with faith. So when this divine request reaches you, you will feel God's peace resting on your heart, guiding you with a wisdom that surpasses understanding. The angels will whisper through your intuition, and your spirit will recognize the truth that your mind cannot yet explain. And when you say yes, if your heart is led to say yes, it will not be a return to the past. It will be an entry into the future that heaven has been preparing all along. This request may come in many forms. Perhaps it will arrive as a message that stops your heart for a moment. Perhaps it will be a visit that you didn't expect, a knock on your door that carries divine timing in every second. Or maybe it will be a confession, one honest sentence that changes everything you thought you knew. But however it comes, it will happen sooner than you think, because divine timing is finally catching up with your prayers. You see, beloved, you have done your part. You have learned patience in the waiting. You have trusted God when you could not see the outcome. You have chosen faith when you could have chosen fear. And in doing so, you have become a vessel of divine readiness. Now, heaven is aligning everything not through your effort, but through God's perfect grace. The one who was meant for you has reached the end of their resistance. They are awakening to the same truth you've known all along. You cannot outrun what God has written. So prepare yourself. Stay grounded in prayer. Keep your heart soft, but guarded with wisdom, because soon a request will come that will make your spirit tremble, not in fear, but in divine recognition. When it arrives, remember, this is not about control. It is about completion. It is not about desperation, but about destiny. What's unfolding is not the work of human will, but the fulfillment of a divine plan written before you even understood love. You'll know it's real because of the peace that surrounds it, the calm that settles over your heart, even as emotions rise. You'll know it's heaven because fear will fade in the presence of truth. This connection is not just about love, it's about calling. It's about purpose. It's about two souls being reunited, not to repeat the past, but to fulfill a mission that can only be completed together. And once you accept this divine request, once you allow your heart to step into this sacred alignment, your life will never be the same again. You will feel heaven breathe over your path. Doors will open, burdens will lift, and you will realize that everything you went through, every heartbreak, every tear, every lonely night was not punishment, but preparation. The angels are already rejoicing, whispering through your dreams and your signs, saying, "Get ready." They are saying, your divine counterpart is about to speak what they once hid in silence. Their heart is ready, their spirit is awake, and what they're asking for is not just your love, but your partnership in destiny. They are coming not just to romance you, but to stand beside you, to walk in purpose, to build in faith, to serve in love. This is not an ordinary union. It is a divine covenant. When it happens, don't be afraid of its magnitude. Don't shrink back from the intensity of what you feel. Let the Holy Spirit lead you through it. Let God confirm every word, every action, every emotion, because the same God who brought this connection into existence will sustain it through grace. And as you step into this divine moment, know this: heaven has been waiting for this very hour. The angels have stood guard over this connection. God Himself has written your names beside one another in the story of destiny. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared. And now, beloved, the time of fulfillment draws near. Trust what your spirit feels. Listen for heaven's peace. Let go of fear and lean into faith, because soon love will knock on your door, not as a test, but as a testimony. Heaven is saying, you are ready. Your heart is about to understand why it had to wait. Your soul is about to see what divine timing truly means. And your spirit, your spirit will finally rest in the truth that what is meant by God can never be lost. If this message touched your heart, take a moment to say super thanks below. Your support helps us spread more divine messages of love, faith, and hope to souls around the world.